Hi, I'm Angela Bishop and welcome to Bish's Bizz. He's been performing for 54 years and he's not quitting anytime soon. 72-year-old Sir Cliff Richard loves music, the stage, fashion and the monarchy, as he revealed when I sat down with him in Sydney ahead of February's national tour. There's something about the breed of musician born in the early 1940s. They don't know the meaning of the word retirement. So what does the word retirement mean to you?
Well, retirement tends to mean I'm stopping and changing everything. That's what anybody should say to themselves. And if you want to do that, that's fine. But I've never used it because I'm not sure I would ever want to stop forever. What I've done successfully so far is given myself much more time than I ever had.
At 72, Sir Cliff Richard joins the likes of Tom Jones, Paul McCartney and Mick Jagger, still on the road and still loving it.
So funny how we don't talk.
Did you always envisage that you would still be touring at 72?
No, I think when we first started, the Shadows and I were dealing with the fact that most reviews and write-ups would say, oh, here today, gone tomorrow, one-hit wonders and stuff like that. And then suddenly we were five-hit wonders. And then a movie came along and we had young ones at number one for 5 weeks, 10 weeks or whatever it was. And then 10 years went by. That's when I thought, wait a minute, if 10 years has gone by, we have proved them all wrong. Even if we stop tomorrow, we're all not one-hit wonders. And then I thought, well, then it means longevity is within our grasp. And now, all I realise now, and if anybody asks me, you know, how come you stayed for so long? I said, well, you have to love what you do. Yep. And the next thing, you have to do it all the time. You can't expect to just go and make a record now and put it out there and everyone's going to go and buy it. You have to go and promote it. You've got to go on tour. You've got to do the interviews. You've got to work at it. You have to work at it.
Now we live on different floors and go our separate ways and talk behind closed doors. We changed our world, waiting for it all to end.
He's been at it for 54 years, and the only real change he's made is instead of taking 2 weeks holiday a year, he now takes 2 months. Just 5 years ago, he joined Olivia Newton-John on her Great Walk to Beijing Cancer Centre fundraiser and powered past people half his age.
Got to believe we are magic.
I've just never found it possible to say no to Olivia. So here we are. When Olivia first contacted me, she said, I've got a lot of friends who are prepared to come in for the odd day or 2 days or whatever. And I said, Olivia, I'm working. And then I said, wait a minute though, when does it finish? She said, give me the end date. And I said, I've got 5 days clear. So I said, I'll come for 5 days. Well, it was fantastic. Because first of all, the day I arrived, Joan Rivers was arriving as well. And we went up on at that stage we were in Beijing. And we all walked up to that point of the wall, which was one of the better points of the wall. As you know, the wall was not a wall like this. No. We scrambled up parts of it. Anyway, Olivia, the camera was on, Olivia got me in and we talked for a little while. And then she called Joan over and said, oh, Joan, we're so glad you've come. And she said, yeah, but I thought they said the Great Mall of China. I said, Olivia, she was worth having it for that one line.
I thought we can shop. And I said, I'm all for days on the mall.
Olivia has been one of the constants in his life.
She was one of my backup singers. I often had to say to her backup. She was just, I'd come on stage sometimes and I'd see all the guys going like this. And I asked my manager, what are they looking at? They said, well, Olivia and Pat Farah, who came with I sort of slowly edged this microphone down. So what I did was the following night, I said, can you put it behind the piano? And then as we started, I lifted the lid.
Another constant has been a long-standing friendship with the Royals. Are you going to suggest to them that Cliff is a terrific name for a boy?
Well, Clifford.
Clifford.
You know, I changed my name from Harry Webb
Yes, I know.
to Cliff Richard, and when I got knighted, I thought, oh, I wish my name was Harry, because Sir Harry sounds good. But Sir Cliff, it's taken me a long time to get used to the Sir Cliff. Whereas it would have been Sir Clifford.
That's a bit.
Anyway, I've got used to Sir Cliff, and either way, I'd have had Sir Fred, it would have been fine.
You're just happy.
Yeah.
A knighthood's a nice thing. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Why wait until tomorrow? 'Cause tomorrow sometimes never comes.
This trip, you're doing some great venues. I'm going to start in Sydney because that's where we are, but you're doing the Opera
Yeah.
House. When was the last time you did the Opera House?
I don't think... I did something when it was first built, 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yes.
When it was first built, they invited a lot of different people. I believe Pet Clark did it, and I was certainly invited to do a concert there and did it, but I don't think I've ever played there since.
Wow.
And maybe it's because, well, I don't know, I can't remember how big it is, but I think when you play there, it's probably a 2,000 seat or something. And I'd worked with a promoter, Dennis Smith, and I'd lost the audience here for a while. And he said, if you come back when I ask you to, we'll start off slow and small, and in the end, he built my career up until we were playing the big entertainment centres. And maybe that's why, therefore, I didn't go back. But now life's gone full cycle. I'm not sure I can play the big entertainment centres anymore, but I'm certainly good enough for the Opera House.
It's such a
Fabulous.
beautiful place to play.
Oh, yeah.
and
I just love the look of it. I'm dying to know when I get there, I'm going to ask somebody where those tiles come from, because they're apparently self-cleaning. I would like to have some in my bathroom.
There's one mission for the trip. That's absolutely
Yes.
fantastic.
If that music, they're wired for sound. Walking about.
What are people going to see on this show?
Well, they'll definitely see the oldies. I really can't. I can't stop singing the young ones, Living Doll, Summer Holiday, Wired for Sound, We Don't Talk Anymore, Dreaming, A Little in Love, Devil Woman. I have to do them. They belong to people. They are now people's memories. I mean, I heard someone say to me the other day, some people could remember exactly where they were when they first heard Living Doll.
So no beggar can steal her away from me. I got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, more, living doll. I got to do.
Sir Cliff's national tour starts in Brisbane on the 2nd of February, and he's already found some new threads locally. He's keen to debut.
I found a pair of jeans, kind of slightly shredded but obviously new, with a fabulous leather band down the side in red, and what looks like a dinner jacket in red. I mean, you never think of putting those two things together. And there it was in the window. I said, I have to have that.
I love that.
Now, don't get disappointed if you don't see it, because obviously I can't wear it every night. There's got to be a time when it's going to be dry cleaned. But it's been fun to put the whole thing together.
Angela Bishop, 10 News.